Hello and welcome to Off Script with myself, Hannah Bowman. This is a podcast all about reality TV, and at the moment we are obviously talking about Married at First Sight, and we've survived another one of those disgusting dinner parties. And I say disgusting because honestly, that is the behaviour we are seeing. Again, the same as last week, guys, I just had to take a few days to decompress before I felt like I could talk about it. But we're here. I'm going to chat a little bit about my thoughts and feelings. We have obviously the three new couples this week. I spoke about Tyson and Stephanie the other day. Oh my God, I just can't believe how deranged he is and how patient she is. And then I spoke a little bit about, I nearly went to say Philip. His name's not Philip. His name is Joel. Joel and Juliet. Oh my God, guys, brain fart today. Joel and Juliet. And I haven't yet discussed the third couple, which is Sam and Chris. So we have a new Chris who, honestly, big improvement from the last Chris because, wowee, I mean, you couldn't get much worse. But yeah, so we have Sam and Chris, gay couple. You know my thoughts and feelings. I feel like they leave them to be the intruders because otherwise the hens and bucks nights, the ratios would be all off and it'd be too confusing. So they're a little intruder couple. I think they're lovely. Like, I feel like they seem like down-to-earth great people from what we are seeing. Again, we know this show can turn on a dime. But yeah, they seem like they're pretty genuine people. We obviously have the issue of Chris having two women pregnant and that whole debacle. I mean, they couldn't just have a gay couple be happy, could they? They had to throw in something crazy like that. And it will be so interesting to see A, how Sam finds out, and B, what his reaction to that is. Because obviously if like a woman was there pregnant, it would be quite obvious. But man, it's just like he can kind of say it when he feels like it. And I don't know. I think family planning is such a complex thing, and for someone to have a baby on the way and then it's, you know, there are so many layers to, you know, creating a family, especially as a queer couple, and feeling like you were the second parent or feeling like you've come in at the end there, or, you know, so many things going on. And the fact that there's like the surrogate pregnant, the friend pregnant. Honestly, I feel like I have this anticipatory, is that a word? I feel like I'm anticipating the reaction from Sam because he does seem like such a nice guy. So it will be interesting to see his reaction to such a complex situation. That being said, they do really seem like they've been matched quite genuinely in terms of their personalities and their ambitions and their passions and all of that stuff. So yeah, time will tell. And I'm so interested to see how that conversation goes down. But let's get back to the dinner party. So it's no kind of secret at this time that Beck just went crazy. I've seen an interview she did with Josh at the airport ahead of when the episode came out, saying, you know, I am not proud of what I've done. Like, I'm the Brooke of this dinner party, XYZ. And it's true. Like, God, she was going for it. It was interesting to me because I feel like the Brooks and the Gias are kind of like the straight up mean girls. Then you have like the Stellas and the Alyssas that are the good girls, quote unquote. And I feel like Beck is kind of in the middle because she's not always horrible, and she is the first to apologize and the first to be accountable for when she has said something horrible or done something horrible. But at the same time, she is saying horrible things and doing horrible things. But I do feel like she was under a lot of stress. I do wonder how much alcohol she had in her system. I don't think Danny helps. I think Danny is just playing it really safe for the cameras. but I don't trust him. Danny, I don't trust you. I feel really conflicted about him because I just think he's playing the game too well, and then she's taking the fall for absolutely everything. But yeah, I think going up against Gia is really difficult, and the way that Beck was coming at her and I've got the receipts and the text messages and this and that, I felt like Beck just needed a hug perhaps, and be the producers to say, babe, let's just go home, because the way that she was sitting down and meddling in everyone's business just to deflect from what was going on in her relationship, like her saying to Philip, you told Stella to not have any more to drink at that wedding, like, shut up. Or like, about Steve, like, oh, why are you still with him? He needs deodorant. Like, just going in at all these little things for couples that were like, that are fine. Like, leave them alone. They're doing fine. Like, I'm happy for you to have a go at Gia and about their matching tattoos and the fact they probably won't get them lasered off. But, that type of thing, I'm happy for that. But the other stuff just doesn't make sense to me. And I didn't find her behaviour as confronting as Brooke's behaviour from the other dinner party. But at the same time, it obviously wasn't pleasant in the slightest. And God, the shorts for the next episode for the commitment ceremony, she just looks broken again, like fully broken. And credit where credit's due. She showed up. She did the Stan after show. She was genuinely seemed quite apologetic versus where was Brooke for that? Where was Gia for that? Like, yeah. So I'm on the fence with Beck. I do just feel a bit sorry for her, but also like behave better, So I'm not condoning her behaviour at all in the slightest, gee whiz, but God, I think she's struggling, and I think her husband is a great actor, and I think she's falling into all the traps. So yeah, we have the first commitment ceremony coming up for all the new couples. It will be very, very telling to see how Tyson is with them and to see how, the three of them kind of go at him over his behaviour and his words and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to see a little bit of John Aiken going at Tyson, a bit of Mel going at Tyson. And yeah, to see which couples actually finally leave. Like, God bless him. I hope this is the last week for Mel and Luke. Go home, sort yourselves out. Now, just to step away from MAFS for a second, I know it is difficult, it is everywhere, but is anyone watching Traitors US? Because I just watched the final yesterday, and spoiler, this is your spoiler, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that ending with Rob and Moira. Moira? Is this how we say it? Moira? Amazing. Her face thinking that he was a faithful and realising that she should have listened to Tara, she should have listened to Johnny, she should have followed her gut with Eric in the beginning there. Oh my God, it's just such good television. If you haven't watched The Traitors, it's basically like Mole, is that what you would say? It's like they're in this Scottish castle, a few of them are traitors, the rest of them are faithfuls, and they're trying to figure out who the traitors are. And if a traitor makes it to the end, then they win, essentially. And it was a celebrity one. So the final episode of the US came out this week, and it honestly was such great viewing, and it's got me really, really excited for the Australian one that we have coming up that has some amazing cast members. Like Gamble from The Real Housewives of Melbourne is on it. Like, what the hell? We've got Chrissy Marsh, another iconic housewife. We have a lot of Love Islanders. Claudia will be there. Who else? Tully Smythe from Big Brother. Like, so many amazing, like, Aussie reality people. And I just think that the first couple of seasons in Australia didn't do well. And then, the UK one really is taking off. The US celebrity one is incredible. So I think this is the time for the Australian one to shine. And Gretel Colleen is the host. It's got me really excited for it to all kick off. I'm not sure when it's starting. It is on Channel 10. So I think when Survivor ends, maybe that's when Traitors will start. Speaking of, I'm loving Survivor as well. I'm just not used to David yet. Like JLP, RIP, I miss you, man. I think David's just a bit too theatrical in his deliveries. I might have said this the other day. I can't remember if I said this on the pod, but it's going well so far. 3 people have been voted off, and I really like the concepts of the tribe, the Baron, and the bounty. Yeah, and having returning players, I think, makes it really interesting in terms of like the whole tribe's perception of them at the very beginning. It makes it quite hard. They have a target on their back. But at the same time, it's quite good to watch that and see if they can have that like redemption arc. That being said, also Survivor 50 in the US, the 50th season of Survivor just started there too. Mike White of White Lotus fame is back, and so many of the iconic, people from Survivor, obviously, like Coach and Ozzy and like so many people. So yeah, guys, I'm just watching so much telly. It's actually like a nightmare to keep up with all of this stuff, but I'll do it for the greater good. Yes. So we'll see the MAFS commitment ceremony next, and I will talk to you after that. Bye.